friends. This is Miss Eliza here. Happy Earth Day! So yesterday we started talking about Earth Day, and we said for Earth Day, you can do a few things. You can appreciate nature and the earth, which means you can think about how nice it is that we have the earth and nature all around us. You can go for a nature walk and look all around you and experience everything out there. So if you haven't done that yet, I encourage you to do it today because it's really nice out. Another thing that we think about for Earth Day is taking care of the earth. How do we take care of the earth? Any ideas? One of the things that we get from the earth is called natural resources. So natural resources are things that we get from the earth and then we use as humans. So one natural resource is paper. Do you think that's a little weird? How is paper a natural resource? Does anyone know what we make paper out of? It actually comes from trees. So people cut down trees and then they can turn it into paper. So, do we think we should be cutting down all the trees to make lots and lots and lots of paper? Probably not. So what's something we can do if we have paper with writing on one side, or maybe we drew a picture on one side, but now we don't really need the paper anymore. It's from a few years ago, or we're done with it. What's on the back of this paper? Ooh, it looks like I have lots of new sheets of paper on the back here. So we can reuse paper. We can draw on the back too, or write notes on the back, whatever we want to do with the back of the paper. You might not really want to just pick up the paper and use it like this, so I'm going to show you a way to make it look really cool, and then maybe we can reuse it that way. So for this, you just need some scrap paper, so paper with something on one side that you're done with. And I'm going to throw in this too. This was my bubble picture from a few days ago. I had fun doing that, but I'm done with it now. So I'm going to add that to my pile. So here are my papers with writing on one side. I am going to cut my papers down the middle. And then I'm going to cut them the other way. And I'm going to cut the other stack the other way too. Okay, so now I have a bunch of little papers. Next, I'm going to take a hole punch and punch some holes in them. You might need to just do a few papers at a time because it's kind of hard to punch through a lot of papers all at once, depending on how many papers you're using. So we'll punch some holes. And depending on how many papers you want to use, you can put them together in one giant stack, or you can make a lot of little stacks. It's up to you. I think that's probably enough papers for now. So I'm going to start with my stack of papers, and I punched 2 holes in them. So 1 hole on one side, 1 hole on the other side. And we can make this into a little book. If you have some string or ribbon, you can cut off a piece and thread it through your holes in your book. This might take a little time, but it's a good activity for your fingers to practice. You're gonna thread one piece and another piece of your string or ribbon. Through your holes to make your book. And it's up to you if that is how you want your book to look, or if you want to add a cover. If you want to add a cover, you find another picture or piece of paper that you think looks kind of fancy. So things in the newspaper are pretty cool. This has some nice looking food on it, or you could find some comics. And for this, you're going to want to make it the same size as your book. So I'm going to put my book on the comics here, and then cut out the same shape. Give that some holes too. And then we can thread that in also. You can tie it off. And then you have your own little fancy notebook. So if I open the cover, I have all these pages that I can draw on or write on. So I think that's a pretty cool way to reuse some old paper that you're done with. You can try this project, and you can also try to think about how you can reuse other things that you're done with instead of just throwing them away. So for Earth Day, try to make a project where you can reuse something, and then go outside and enjoy the nature too. Remember to take care of our Earth, and have a great Earth Day. Thanks. See you next time.